Welcome back to KCTV English News. I'm Angel Kim. The recently formed Special Committee of the Jeju Provincial Council on the post-COVID-19 response has called for the withdrawal of its decision to allow new licensing for large duty-free shops in Jeju. The committee held its first meeting at the Jeju Provincial Council on July 31st and made the announcement. They said in a statement that the creation of an additional duty-free shop for large corporations in Jeju ignored the difficulties of small business owners, and that the Ministry of Strategy and Finance should withdraw its decision to allow licensing. Meanwhile, the COVID-19 Response Committee has appointed Kang Sung-min as chairman and will establish mid to long-term strategies for a year. As the possibility of low salinity water entering Jeju from China increases, the provincial government will operate an emergency system and heighten response protocols. The National Institute of Fisheries Science has made a joint effort with the Korea Institute of Ocean Science and Technology to forecast the low salinity water movement in the East China Sea and establish an alert system that can respond to changes in the waters surrounding fishing villages. Depending on the water temperature and salt concentration, plans to reinforce a 4-tier response protocol will be implemented, and if necessary, lift fishing restrictions or transfer marine life to a safer location. Concerns are rising as the amount of low salinity water from China observed to date is larger than that of 2016, which caused considerable damage in Jeju. Historical sites of the April 3rd incident are being restored in the midst of a new proposal of the April 3rd Incident Special Act at the National Assembly. As a part of the restoration project, the province is buying private properties to restore Gonul-dong, a village that was burned down during the incident. Todd Thacker reports.
The village of Gonul-dong in Hwabuk-dong, just east of Jeju Port, was razed and abandoned during the April 3rd incident. After a rumor spread about the presence of armed forces in the village in January 1949, 10 residents were rounded up and executed by the National Defense Guard. Over the course of just 2 days, all 67 houses in the village were burnt down. The community that had existed there for many centuries simply vanished. After that, no one returned to the deserted coastal village for more than 70 years. In the first phase of its historic site restoration project, which has suffered years of delays due to budget shortfalls, the province will soon start buying properties associated with the April 3rd incident. 1 billion won has been earmarked for the purchase of 39 lots that cover about 8,000 square meters across the island. Restoration of the Gonul-dong site will be the first step in a larger provincial project. The value of the land where Gonul-dong used to sit has now been appraised. The province will buy properties from 10 owners. The purchases will be made from owners who accept the province's proposal first. Based on this, national funds could be injected into the restoration project next year. After the purchases, the province is planning to gradually restore April 3rd incident historic sites based on the advice of research historians. The restoration of Gonul-dong will prove to be an important testbed for the province's larger project to protect the island's historical sites. Todd Thacker, KCTV.
Thank you for joining us today at KCTV English News. Please follow us on YouTube at KCTV eNews Jeju and on KCTV's VOD service. Take care.